Everybody, before we get into this morning's update, I want to go over a quick synopsis of what to expect. First, we need to take a look at XRP as we've dropped down from the 0.492 level all the way down to the 0.442 approximately, or the 494 level. We'll take a look at the 44 cent level to show this pattern formation and to show why this pattern isn't necessarily done and the retracement needed to happen. We talked about the 0.4525 level last night, and that was our first level to try to hold. We did not hold that. Now we come down to the 442 support, and that is a perfect level to come down to as well, as that's a pattern formation. So I'll get to that as well. The reason why I'm outside is I have to go to my son's doctor's appointment, and then he's got a therapy today. As you know, he was in a car accident when he was 6 months old. He's now just over 3. Julie was in that same car accident as they got hit by somebody on a phone very early in the morning, and Julie's had 5 surgeries since, and yada, yada, yada. So a little bit busy, but I still wanted to put this update out this morning. So we need to look at XRP in particular to see exactly what this formation around the 442 level implies. And then we also need to take a look at Bitcoin to see where it's at this morning and see how the DXY is doing this morning, as it's very critical, all 3 phases. And we're going to go through this in a rapid fire style. I'm going to do the technical analysis. This will be about a 10-minute video. There's not going to be any terminology or anything like that because I've got to hit the road this morning, but I think it's very urgent that I put this update out this morning before I get to the doctors. And then this afternoon when I get done with everything, I'll put out a second update today. So make sure to hit that like button, as it greatly does push me through the analytics. And it does help me get this information out to other people. My mom is here this morning because she wants to go to the appointment as well, because she's usually around when we go to these appointments. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. So make sure to hit that like button, as it greatly does help push me through the analytics, and it'll help get more people in here. So again, what we're going to look at this morning is we need to take a look at the XRP technical analysis. If you are in XRP, this is another prime example of why buying sub 40 cents is key. You buy pre-pump and you don't buy during a pump, because anybody who bought 46 to 49 cents now is underwater. So pay attention to my philosophy. Pay attention to the fact that I suspended my XRP buying now that it's over 40 cents. I get a lot of grief for that, but I planned very, very hard from $1.66 down to sub 40 cents when I sold at $1.66 from a 47 cent on average. And I had a buyback plan sub 40 cents. And I would drop the hammer anywhere sub 20 cents, closer to 12 cents. Unfortunately, we didn't get all the way down to 12 cents yet, or sub 20 cents. But we'll see what happens with the rate hikes today. So pay attention. We have the Fed rate hike meeting, or the Fed meeting today. It's a 2-day meeting. We'll see if we decide to do 25 or 50 basis points. The European central banks did 50 basis points, and so did Nigerian banks, and they're already at an 18% interest rate. Make sure to hit that like button. I'll catch you at the other side of the intro. Good morning, 9:09 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, March 22nd, 2022. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So what I want to look at this morning, let's take a real quick look at XRP, as it's down 5.97% since 8 o'clock last night, so in the last 13 hours. We're down better than that because we were all the way up, and we'll show you the top right now. So basically, this isn't the best chart, though, to see exactly where our next line of support comes from. Since we already broke past this, we're going to have to look past. Well, we didn't technically break past. Well, we did, because that's the 4.5 level. But as you can see, we came all the way up to the 4.93. We've had a nice, healthy correction of about 10.7%. Standard operating procedure. If you take a look at the volume profile on the 4-hourly, we had much more volume going up than coming down, which leads me to believe that there is a possibility we might be coming down to that 432 support. It's not all but guaranteed. We need to have the Fed rate hikes and see what they do, as that's going to lead a very big direction in all markets. Now, if you look at these patterns, could that creating a topping reversal? It could be. It could be. We'd have to lose the 432 to confirm that that pattern is starting to reverse all the way back down. Now, you can see Bitcoin's up 28,254 this morning, up about a 0.25%. So could this be a prime opportunity to get back in on XRP? As we did get rejected by the top level, we'll lower that 498, as that was a speculatory level. We knew it would go somewhere up there, but we did not know the exact level that it would maintain. So now we do. Now that high is in fact the 4947 approximately. So at least now we don't have to speculate. And now you can see if we continue to come back down, this is down at the 43 cent level. Now, there are other ways to look at this. We did break past right here, which is the 449. So that was our first key level now that we're in the downtrending resistance. So 449 now, is this ending the drop down and we're going to reconsolidate back up? That remains to be seen, and that is what we're actually paying attention to this morning. And that's why I wanted to do the update, because we actually are approaching some support levels. If we continue to break down, we could be just coming to the top of this pattern formation at 43 cents. But the more we fall down here, this was a critical level I really wanted to hold here, though. I really wanted to hold this 449. That, to me, was a very key level, and I'm not saying we haven't held it. We had a quick wick through, but now we look to be pulling our way back up. So let's see if we're, in fact, trying to make that 449 the support, or if this is being used as resistance. Good morning! Hey, there you go. So we'll see if we do maintain the 449, or if this is more than just a wick through. Because sometimes you get these quick wick throughs, and if we take it out into more of the 4 hourly, you can see that we had one wick down. We've had a second one down now, a confirmed candle. Now, is this going to pull us all the way down to the 432 or the 40? 432 would be the first level, or 43 cents more appropriately. Or is this going to try to pull back to the 449 and try to use that as an overdrawn support resistance level? So we'll find out that very early on this morning, as these patterns have fallen apart a little bit. But after such a volatile push up, you can see on the breakdown, our volume is crashing. That's a good sign for a further move up, assuming we can get up there. Now you can see right here at 452, that's an expanding pattern that we got the downtrending support, uptrending resistance. It's kind of broadening a little bit, and we ended up pulling ourselves back under that 453 level, which is very important because that's a critical resistance support level. Because if we don't break back over it in the short fashion, it could pull us all the way back down to the 33.3 level. That's what's so crazy about this pattern. XRP is kind of in no man's land. We need to push out, but we haven't broke down yet. We're still above the 432 or the 43 cents, which is very, in my opinion, very, very important. What would be great is if we could get back above the 449 pattern support. If we get back above this 449, this would be a beautiful retracement. And this is your overextension down to 432. Just remember that. This can come down and be no problem hitting between the 432 and 449. So you could have 432 support and 449 resistance if this plays out like this. But again, that remains to be seen. Let this be a lesson. You never buy XRP on the pump. You are positioning before we pump, ladies and gentlemen. That's the whole point of me trying for the last year to get you to buy sub 40 cents. So then when it goes up to 49 cents, you're not caught with your balls in your hand or with your pants down, and you can actually buy it when it comes back down after a retracement. You don't have to buy it when it goes to 49 cents. That's the top of a top on the initial pump. I've suspended all XRP purchasing until we go sub 40 cents. I repeat, I have suspended XRP purchases until it goes back sub 40 cents. I've already bought the allotment I wanted sub 40 cents. If it never goes back sub 40 cents, I won't be unhappy. Now, if it goes sub 40 cents and ends up going sub 20 cents and ultimately retesting the December 2020 lows at about 12.8, I'm going to be very happy because I've already got liquid cash that can only be employed or released amongst us getting sub 20 cents. It's liquid cash available. But I won't spend it unless we're sub 20 cents. It's that simple. Now, as we can see with Bitcoin, we're at 28,300. Is this starting to front load what's going to happen in the meeting today? We don't know. The one thing I will tell you is Bitcoin needs to get above 28,530 approximately, and then retest this uptrending resistance up at about 30,750. But we can't get there unless we break this area right here, and we've been smashed in between it. But we need to get over the 28,000, we'll say 28,500. If we get over 28,500, our next stop up is around that 30,750 area. So just pay attention to that. And then the DXY, we're gonna end this on the DXY because I've gotta get going. I've already overstayed my welcome, and I appreciate each and every one of you. If you wanna trade XRP like I do, or if you wanna just be able to buy it in the USA, I've got 3 options for you. 2 of them are spot free on the buy and sell, and they have 250x leverage, so you can short or long the market, and that's BitGet and or MXC. And then I've got Uphold, where you can keep your capital in your native fiat, so it makes it a little bit easier. Those are all in the video description and or pinned message below. And then also, if you want to join Tom's Army or send XRP for time served or just to show your appreciation for me going 2 years strong without missing a single day, that's in the video description below and or pinned comments. So now as we look at DXY, as we close out this update, the DXY still maintains below the 103.674. And this doesn't look like it's done yet. We've already had what we can call a death cross. We've had the 50 crossing the 200 as well, and the 100's about to cross the 200. If I was a betting man, I would say we probably have to go down to about 102.60, even if this is a even if this pattern were to be a bullish breakout. It looks like we need to come down to 102.605. So that would allow crypto to probably push up a little bit, but this all depends on the Fed meeting. If we raise by 25 basis points, the market's already worked this in, we'll pump. If we pause, we pump. If we do 50, the markets might scratch their heads and dump. So just pay attention. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Make sure to hit that like button.